I do pet sitting, and my one of my main clients is my friend, and I'm over here right now actually, and she like calls me, like the night before at 12:30 to be here, the next day at 12:30, like p.m. to she gives me 12-hour notice.
Okay.
So yesterday I had a conversation with her that I was not planning on having, and it was just, I can't cry again, just really difficult, and because she just doesn't, she was like, well, if you can't do it, then we are going to go with our backup. They don't have the backup. She's a lawyer, and she was basically threatening me with my, main source of income. So it's just been, I don't know how to deal with it. So I just sort of wanted your take on maybe what I can do to make, because I'm distraught over this. Like, I've gotten physically ill.
One thing that I'll say right off the bat, this is an idea that's resonated with me for a while, is that when somebody gives beyond their capacity, they make the receiver a thief. So what's happening, it sounds like you're maybe resenting this girl that's treating you as a on-call pet sitter. It does sound as in a way that it sounds like you feel a bit like exploited or leveraged, or even that your friend is threatening you by, like, if you don't tell me now, I'm just gonna go ahead and get another pet sitter, and that's whatever that story is creating a feeling that how would you describe that feeling, by the way? What would be the feeling word?
Devastated.
And what was the last part?
Dismissed. I feel like my opinions, my thoughts are just dismissed because I'm $10 an hour and the dog sitter.
Cool. Okay. All right. So I mean, not cool in the sense you feel that way. It's cool that you're aware of it. I'm just gathering the information here. So yeah, the feeling of devastation and dismissed. What does that feel like in your body?
Right at my solar plexus. It's almost funny, that deep pit of the hole people talk about. It literally felt just, I can't describe the feeling, but it was right there in my body. It felt like devastation.
Okay, all right. So now I'm hearing, so that devastation and that whatever you being dismissed or devastated, the feeling in your body shows up as a heaviness in your solar plexus, or a tightness, or
an achy hole, nothing there, empty.
Emptiness. Okay.
Empty and sad.
Cool. And I know I've done several of these. This is a major theme of these quantum consultations, because this, in my opinion, this technique of, as David Hawkins would say, letting go, or someone else would say surrendering. The reason I keep bringing it up, and there's so many people that have done this type of work for so long that keep bringing it up, because it works. And what I'm saying is to embrace it, really feel what that feels like, whatever you would call devastation and dismissal and the achiness and the emptiness in your solar plexus. Really feel that. Expand the emptiness. See how much emptiness you can feel, and then let it go. So, because what the idea is, when someone resists it, whether it's anxiety or emptiness, when someone resists it, it seems to grow and becomes more mysteriously powerful and more out of control. But when someone says, yeah, life, come on, give me that. Let me feel this for this moment. And then I realize when I feel it, then I can let it go. And I think it might show up in all kinds of ways. I think if you allow yourself to do that, whether it's this achiness, maybe it'll be an excitement tomorrow, maybe it'll be an ambition the next day, maybe it'll be a sadness the next day, that you're going to see a new energy flow throughout since you brought up a chakra, throughout your chakra system. Like, maybe there's a cleansing of the solar plexus, there's a cleansing of energy that's coming up and down, and that's going to show up, I think, in everything. That'll show up in all ways, in your physicality, in your mental state, in your spiritual state. And I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not telling you this is, but I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that you're able to start this call and shed some tears and explain how you're feeling in such an authentic way. Yeah, it's like letting that feeling wash over you, wash through you, rather than being in denial of it and then holding on to it unconsciously for years. And I'm not saying to own that or wallow in it, or it's like poor you. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying like rich you. What a rich person you are, in the sense that you can feel your feelings, and now that you're aware of them, you can let them go. And then you can start attracting the feelings that serve you the best, and letting go of the feelings that are no longer of service to you. And I would, it sounded like maybe you resorted to talking to your mom about how you felt. And I understand maybe your client is all busy and all that, but I would definitely let her know, since she is the main point of contact, of the catalyst of these feelings, to be like, hey, I feel threatened by you, I felt dismissed by you, and I no longer, like, you don't have to be her dog sitter anymore. Like, this is when we get to ask the question, how much does making money cost you? How much is making that $10 an hour costing you? And another idea is, if she really won't hold any space for you to express yourself, you can always send a nice video message, a nice 90-second video message. Basically, like, I like this acronym, RUVA. So recognizing how you feel, understanding it, validating it. So you've recognized you felt devastated. You understand why you might be feeling this way. You can even look back, when's the first time you felt devastated? Maybe it's not even only about this situation. Maybe it's about some past things. And then you can validate, like, that's valid. You can have that feeling. That's your privilege of being alive, and acknowledge it, and then move beyond it, and then let it go. But to really let her know what you're going through as a friend and as a dog sitter, like, I would want anyone that's watching my dog, I would like for them to feel congruent and aligned emotionally. Animals are emotional beings. Dogs are very emotional.
And when I'm here, I spend 4 hours at a time with the dog. So she's she was supposed to be a Southeastern guide dog, a therapy dog, but her nervous system is so hyper. She like, the other day, she freaked out when the toilet flushed.
Well, it sounds like, let's just put it this way, a lot of times dogs mimic their owners. And I know that's a challenging thing for a lot of owners to swallow, including myself sometimes, but it helps for me to be aware of this. Like, oh, maybe my dog, maybe she's mimicking me. How can we upgrade this?
Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan. Run, guan, guan, guan.